So welcome in today. Thank you for joining me. This is an all levels yoga practice and my name is Carly. So if you're not already on your yoga mat, I'm going to invite you to get to a seated position on your yoga mat, and you can really sit any way you want right now. And we're going to take just a few moments just to roll through our shoulders. Just rolling through your shoulders here. Does not matter which direction because we'll change directions here in a couple moments. So just roll through your shoulders and then change direction when you're ready. So with an all levels practice, it can be anywhere from a beginner to advanced. I will give different variations of postures for most postures that if you want to bring it up a notch, you can. If you want to bring it down a notch or wherever you're at today, that's where I'll ask you to be. So relax your shoulders down. We're just going to take our left ear down towards our left shoulder, unclenching your teeth, and just begin to bring awareness into your breath. There's no need to change your breath in any way unless you want to. When you're ready for a breath in, just allow your neck and head to float back to center. And then we'll let our right ear go down towards our right shoulder. And just relax your body down here. Relaxing the shoulders down, unclenching your teeth. Just feeling a gentle stretch in the neck. And then when you're ready for a breath in, just slowly bring the neck and the head center. Let's gently bring our chin down towards our throat. So nothing should be forced with this. Just a gentle chin nod. Maybe your forehead might feel heavy. Once again, soften the body in a way to relax the shoulders, relax the elbows, soften the hands. But continue to have an upright posture. And then when you're ready for a breath in, we're going to let the neck and the head just float up. And go ahead and reach your chin up towards the sky, but only tip the head back as far as you feel comfortable. Just a gentle opening of the throat, a gentle lifting of the chest, lifting of the heart. Relax the shoulders down. And then slowly bring the neck and the head back to center. Good. Let's go ahead and look over our right shoulder. So just a gentle stretch for our neck. Soften the shoulders down, unclench your teeth. And once again, just noticing your breathing. When you're ready for that next breath in, just bring the neck and the head back to center. And when you're ready to exhale, just go ahead and look over the other shoulder. We're not planning to hold our breath at any time tonight. Just have a natural, relaxed breath when you can. And when you're ready for that next breath in, just slowly bring the neck and the head back to center. And take again just another couple moments just to roll through your shoulders. Maybe shrug them up and down a little bit, maybe even round through the back. I'm going to take a few postures here seated at the beginning of our practice. So let's just create some space physically for ourselves around our mat, but we're going to use our breath and our arms to just kind of create a little bit more space here for our practice today. So let's let our hands rest on the earth. And when you're ready for a breath in, just reach your arms out and up. Let them touch overhead. Maybe look up to your hands. As you exhale, release your hands. Let them touch the earth again. And we'll take that again. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands connect to the earth. And you can go faster or slower than I'm cueing. Just work with your own breath. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, release your arms down. A couple more times. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, release your arms down. And once again, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, release those arms down. We're going to add on this time. So inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, that left hand comes to the earth. Right arm reaches up, and you're just going to reach across your body here a little bit. Lifting up through the chest, pulling your belly in tight, and just being here as you breathe. Bring your neck and head wherever it feels comfortable. So if you want to drop your ear down towards your shoulder, you can do that, or hold your head upright. And when you're ready for that breath in, let's just reach that right arm up. Bring it down towards the ground. Let's take both arms up. Take a breath in, both arms up. As you exhale, right hand touches the earth. Left arm reaches up to the sky. And then just take a little side body stretch here. And as you're here, check in with your lower back, check in with your body. You might go deeper into the posture, you might back out of the posture a little bit. Just a gentle side stretch here today. Good. When you're ready for that next breath in, let's just reach that left arm up, bring it down to the ground. Let's bring both arms all the way up, take up breath in. And as you exhale, release your hands back down towards the earth. Good. We're going to take our right leg and extend it out to the side. So instead of bringing that right leg forward, bring your right leg out to the side. So you might kind of adjust yourself a little bit on your mat, and that's fine. We're going to sit nice and tall, and we're going to take a gentle twist towards our bent leg. So just let your hands and your torso go with you. Your left hand might touch the ground. You may look over that left shoulder. Maybe feeling a gentle stretch in the inner thigh of that right leg. Just pausing here for a moment as you breathe. And then very gently, we're going to unwind. And we're going to turn our torso towards our long leg. So I'm not going to ask you to fold down forward over that leg, but I want you just to turn your torso towards that leg. Hands might touch the ground. I want you to sit tall for a moment and press your heel away from you. Pull your right toes in towards you. Your right knee may be bent a lot. It's fine if it is. And then soften your body, your torso a little bit. Unwind back to center. And we're going to take to that left side one more time. So this time, right hand touches our left leg. Left hand might come down to the ground. So I'm going to give us a little option here. You can stay right here. You can take that right arm and reach it up to the sky, left hand touching the earth. You can also push into your left hand and lift your hips up. Just kind of open the chest towards the sky a little bit. Maybe looking up to the sky. Again, wherever you're at is fine. Hips can be on the ground or you can lift up here. And then gently, we're just going to release it down. Good. Let's change sides. Bring our right leg in. Take our left leg out. So take a moment to just kind of shift and adjust your body so that you're comfortable here. We're going to sit tall, relax the shoulders down, and just take a gentle twist towards that bent leg. So just kind of look over, maybe that right shoulder. Hands might be on the thigh, or right hand might be on the ground. Feeling a gentle stretch in that left inner thigh. And then very slowly, we're just going to unwind. I want you to turn your torso towards that left long leg here. Hands touch the earth. And again, I want you just to sit tall for a moment. Chest towards that left leg, but sitting tall. Pull your left toes in, press that left heel away. And whether your left knee is straight or bent, that's up to you. Just being careful not to lock your knee or hyperextend the back of the knee. And then we're going to allow our body just to soften a little bit, rotate back to center. And then we're going to turn towards that right leg, that bent knee again. Left hand on the outer thigh, right hand touches the ground behind you. Maybe look over that right shoulder. And as you're here, you can stay right here for a moment. You can begin to unwind a little bit. Right hand touches the earth, left arm reaches up to the sky. You can stay right here, or you can firmly press into your right hand. Lift your hips up, and maybe open your chest up towards the sky a little bit. Your right hand on the earth, make sure you're spreading to the fingers, putting some body weight in the entire right palm. And then slowly, let's just release it all down. Good. We're going to take our left leg, cross it in front of our right. So you're sitting crisscross for a moment. Hands are going to touch the ground in front of you, and I just want you to walk yourself forward. I'm going to scoot back on my mat a little bit. I want you just to walk yourself forward. So you might be up tall, you might be able to put your chest to the ground, you might need to be on your forearms, or maybe you have a block. Wherever you're at is just fine. Relax the neck and the head. Soften your belly. And really check in with your left hip, your left outer thigh, your left butt muscle, your gluteal muscle. If it feels like it's too much, then you need to back up a little bit. So you might be feeling this a little bit on the outside of that left leg. Maybe back in that left side a little bit. Let's take our hands here in our torso and walk them over to the left side of the room. Again, relax your neck and head down. So whether your body is up high and you're walking over, your body is down low, you're still in the posture. It's not about perfecting anything. It's about checking in with where your body is at today and loving yourself for where you're at today. Slowly walk back to center. We're just going to take our arms and our torso right to the other side of the room. Relax the neck and the head down if you can for a moment. Soften the shoulders, unclench the teeth, and just kind of check in again with your breath, noticing your inhale, noticing your exhale, knowing you don't need to change it in any way unless you want to. Slowly walk those arms and torso back to center. Gently walk our arms back towards our body. Sitting tall, take those shoulders up, back and down. And then we're just going to change legs. So bring that right leg in front. Here's where you may notice the difference between our hips, how our legs feel, depending on which leg is in front. So hands touch the earth, walk your hands forward. It's not uncommon for one side to be way tighter than the other. So we're not forcing our body to be equal on both sides. Relax your neck and head. We're going to try to do the same postures on each side, but we're not forcing anything. It's important to give yourself permission to not force anything. Let's take our hands here and our torso, walk them over to the right side of the room. So again, wherever you're at today is great. Relax the neck and the head down. It's more about our effort and who we are when we get into a posture instead of forcing ourselves to get into a pose or a posture. And then we'll walk our hands back to center and right to the other side. And it's also important to be kind to ourselves in the process. Have kind words, kind thoughts. Relax your neck and head. And then we'll slowly walk our arms and our torso back to center. And then gently walk those arms back towards your body. Take your shoulders up, back and down. Roll the shoulders a couple times. Okay, we're going to take our legs out in front of us, and I'm going to turn to the side. You don't need to, but I'm going to turn to the side. I'm going to give you a couple choices here. One, you can sit tall. This is a staff posture. Hands or fingertips touch the earth, and the hands may be by the hips, or you might even walk them back, and enough so that you can kind of lift the chest up a little bit. So you can stay here, or you can bend the knees and lift yourself into a reverse plank. Okay, they're both opening the front side of the body. One is just a little bit more challenging than the other one. Now, wherever you're at, just soften the body. So if your backside is up, set it down. If you're sitting here, just soften the body. Just round forward for a moment. We're going to take that 2 more times. So again, you can sit tall, legs on the ground, walk the hands back, roll your heart to the sky. You can bend the knees, lift the hips, opening the chest and the front of the shoulders, and just do what feels best for the neck and the head. And then slowly lower our body down. Maybe rounding the back for a moment. And then we're going to take that 1 more time. So I'm going to give you a choice again. Legs on the ground. Press into the palms, reach the heart up. Legs can be straight or bent for this last one as you lift your hips. So you decide, where are you at today? There's not one posture that's better than the others, but there are ones that are harder. Doesn't mean they're better. And then slowly lower your body down. So wherever you're at, we're going to inhale, reach our arms up. And as you exhale, just bring your hands to your heart and just take a gentle forward fold. So hands might be in the thighs. That might mean you need to bend the knees a little bit, or hands on the ground. Just fold the body down for a moment. And then gently release the arms. And just round your body back up. Take your shoulders up, back, and down. All right, from here, everyone, we're going to find a child's pose. So go ahead and just kind of swing those legs behind you. Shift your hips back, and you bring your arms wherever you want to bring your arms today. Relax your forehead down towards the earth. Soften your belly. This posture right here, this child's pose right here, and someone years and years ago telling me to relax my belly, just let it all hang out without any judgment, is something I needed to hear. Instead of sucking in it all the time. Sometimes it's okay to relax and let our belly go. Now's one of those times. And do that without any judgment. Just take a couple deep breaths in and out here. So as we move on through our practice, this child's pose is always willing to invite you back into it, even if I don't say so out loud. So from our child's pose, we're gonna find a tabletop, our hands and knees position. And typically in our tabletop, our fingertips are forward. I'm gonna see how it feels for you to kind of rotate it so your wrists are pointing forward. And it might be hands out to the side. Maybe you can wrap those hands all the way around. It's not a competition. Just try to bring your wrists forward a little bit. And then we're just gonna slowly move our hips in one way. This is a very gentle, should be gentle stretch for our wrist joints. If it hurts, then you back off. So just circle the hips in one way. Go ahead and take the hips in the other direction. So again, depending on how big you make those hip circles, will determine how much you're gonna stretch the inside of those wrist joints. And then bring your hips back to center. We'll take a brief child's pose. Just relax your hands, release the forehead down. Again, you can soften your belly here. And then let's go ahead and find our tabletop position again. Fingertips forward, shoulders, elbows, and wrists are stacked. We're gonna go back and forth between our cat and our cow posture. So when you're ready here, just take an inhale and lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, round your back up towards the sky, tuck the chin in, pull the belly and tuck the tailbone in. As you inhale, we'll find our cow pose. Belly softens, tailbone and heart lift. You can look down, forward, or up. Exhale back into that cat posture, round up. Inhale into your cow. We're gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna encourage you to move with your own breath at your own pace. So when you're ready for an exhale, you round up. When you're ready for an inhale, you release your belly, you lift your heart, and go back and forth a few more times. Again, I want you to do this at your own pace. See if your body and your breath can move together in a way that's complementary. As you inhale, you open the heart, you create space in the lungs to bring more oxygen into the body. As you exhale, we're compressing the torso and squeezing that air out of the body. So maybe one more cat, one more cow pose. And then find that tabletop position. Find a brief child's pose. Go ahead and shift your body back. Release your forehead down. You can rotate through the wrist joints if you like. And then let's find our tabletop position again. We're gonna go into a cross-body lift here. So I need you to pull your belly in tight towards your spine. Left leg will go behind you. Now you can choose to stay here, or you can reach that right arm in front of you. Pull your belly in tight. I'm going to encourage you to look down towards the ground. And you can stay here with this cross-body lift, or I'm going to cue 5 tucks. So if you want to add the tuck, you can tuck your elbow, right elbow to left knee, and you round up the spine. And then you inhale and you lengthen. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck. We'll take 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck. Last time here, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck it in. Inhale, lengthen your limbs and lower them down. Good. So before we take that on the other side, just rotate through that left wrist joint a moment, or even flip that palm the other way and kind of move it around a little bit. Whatever feels okay for you is just fine. And then we're going to take that on the other side. So hands and knees. Let's extend our right leg behind us, hip level or lower. Pull your belly in tight. Left arm reaches forward. So again, you can stay right here. You can come in and out of this. I'm going to cue 5 tucks. You decide where you want to go today. So when you're ready, elbow to knee, tuck it in, round through your back. Inhale, extend it out long. Exhale, tuck it in, pull your belly in. Inhale, extend it long. We've got 3 more. Tuck it in as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lengthen. 1 more tuck, y'all. Go ahead, tuck it in. Lengthen it out. Lower it down. Take that child's pose, rotate through your wrist joints, or if you flip that palm over and you kind of roll around on the other wrist, take the same thing here for a moment. Got a little dryness in my throat, so just roll through the wrist joints a moment. Good. When you're ready here, we're going to find our first downward dog. So let's extend our arms long in front of us. Shift our body forward. Curl your toes underneath. Take your hips up and back. So I want to give you a few moments here in your dog to just kind of shift and move through your body. Maybe you bend the knees, lift the heels up and down. Maybe even bend the elbows or shrug through your shoulders. Relax your neck and head. Unclench your teeth and draw your shoulders down away from your ears. And extend the rib cage away from your hips. Let's go ahead and find a little stillness here. Your heels might touch the ground. Your legs may be straight, or your heels might be up and your knees might be bent a lot. Both dogs, both fine. So you can choose to stay here. You can shift back into your child's pose, or you can follow me and we're going to go into a plank. Any plank you want, knees up or down, all the way down or hover. Let's find a back extension, a cobra pose, so just lift your chest. If you want that upward dog, hands move back. Straighten the arms. Only thing touching the ground are the tops of the feet, bottom of the hands. This isn't a better posture, puts more flexion on the spine, so decide where it feels best for you to be. And in a moment, we're going to find our downward dog. So if you need to lower down first, you can do that. Otherwise, go ahead and just press right back into your downward dog. So if you're in child's pose, find your downward dog. Downward dog just isn't working for you today. You can be in a variation on your knees where you kind of extend those arms forward and straighten the spine. So wherever you're at again, just find a little stillness. Acknowledge your breath, noticing your inhale. Acknowledging your exhale. So we're going to take that little flow again. So you can stay here. You can go right into child's pose, or you can inhale into your plank. Exhale all the way down or hover. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And then exhale back into that downward dog or child's pose. Downward dog or child's pose. Now I'm going to ask you to either be in a downward dog or hands and knees for this next part. Downward dog or hands and knees. If you're a downward dog, walk your feet to touch at the back of the mat. Right leg lifts up high to the sky. If you're on your hands and knees, just lift your right leg hip level or lower behind you. Now look up to the space between your thumbs. Right foot's going to step up into a lunge. Okay, I'm going to move my body. You can stay where you are. We're going to set our left knee on the ground. We're going to walk our right foot out to the right side a little bit. You can either have your hands wide or bring both hands to the inside of that right leg. And we're going to roll through our hips. This is a very nice massage. Moving the synovial fluid around in our hip joint. So be gentle with this. And then go ahead and change direction of those hip rolls. Good. Again, just breathing through this. You might be in the tips of the fingers even. Wherever you're at is just fine. And then we find a little stillness in that right leg. We're going to walk our right leg in. Okay. Left knee can stay on the ground or you can lift your left knee up. You decide. Back knee up or down. 3 times we're going to straighten that right leg, shift our hips back, relax our neck and head down. And then we bend our right knee. And then we shift our hips back. Just keep breathing here. And then bend your right knee. One more time. Straighten that right leg, shift your hips back. Go ahead and bend your right knee. And we're going to rise our torso up. So again, back knee can be up or down. You're going to rise your torso, reach your arms to the sky just for a moment. Just pause here as you breathe. Now hands touch the earth. Right foot's going to step back. So you can step back either into a plank or into hands and knees. You can go right into child's pose. Or you can go all the way down or hover. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. So one's lower, one's a lot higher. Exhale, find your downward dog or child's pose for a breath or two. before we take that on the other side. So downward dog or child's pose just for a couple breaths. In all levels, it is you decide what level you want to work at based off of how you're feeling today, what kind of energy you have in your own being today. So we're going to get ready to take this on the other side. So if you're in child's pose and downward dog is not where you want to go, find hands and knees. If you're in downward dog, you get to hang out there for another moment or so. Walk your feet to touch at the back of the mat. Left leg lifts up high to the sky. Or hands and knees, just lift the left leg up. Now gently here, step your left foot up in between your thumbs. If your foot gets stuck part way, don't worry about it. Just use your left hand to get it there, okay? Right knee touches the earth. Walk your left foot out to the left side a little bit. Left hand can come onto the inside. So if you have blocks to put your hands on, or even holding onto a water bottle, or hands flat on the ground, wherever you're at is fine. We're gonna roll through that left hip. So think slow and controlled. Just moving the fluid around in that left hip, massaging that femur bone into the socket. It's a lot of small muscles, a lot of big muscles in that hip joint. And then gently change direction. Good. As you're doing this, try to relax the shoulders, try to unclench your teeth. And again, just be aware of your breath. And then we'll find a little stillness here in that left leg. Let's walk our left leg back in. So your right knee, back leg, can be down or you can lift it up. You decide to lift that knee up or keep it down. 3 times we're gonna straighten that left leg. So shift the hips back, straighten the left leg. Bend that left knee. Straighten those hips, straighten the left leg, shift your hips back. Bend your left knee. One more time, being kind to that left leg. And then bending that left knee. So before we rise our torso up, you decide, do you want your back knee up or down? And then you rise up, just for a moment. If your back knee is lifted, press your heel behind you. Good. All right, hands touch the earth. You're gonna step back either into a plank or into hands and knees. You can go right into child's pose, or you can follow me again where we go all the way down to the earth, or maybe you hover. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. Take a few moments here to check in with what you need. Do you need a child's pose? You can take a child's pose without thinking that you need to be in downward dog. Bring awareness to your breath, just noticing your inhale, acknowledging it, noticing your exhale, acknowledging it. Got a few standing poses that I'm going to incorporate into our practice today, and then we're going to come back down to the earth. So, to get standing, we're going to find a downward dog. So if you're not in downward dog, find your downward dog. From your downward dog, look forward, right foot's going to step up. We're going to find a warrior 1. So I'll turn to the side for a moment. Bend your right knee, spin your left heel, let your left heel touch the earth, and rise up, okay? So this same little standing sequence can be done with your left knee on the ground. And if you have a very thin mat, you might even fold your mat or put a sweatshirt or something underneath there, okay? So you're in a warrior 1. So gently find a warrior 2. So you open your chest, roll that left shoulder back, arms go parallel to the earth, eyes look down that right arm. Good, just be here as you breathe. And again, same thing can be done. You can set that left knee on the ground, do the same posture. Left hand will touch our left leg. Right arm's gonna reach up overhead. Just a little bit of a lean back, opening the right side of the torso. Good. And then gently here, we're gonna find a side angle. So your right elbow can go to your right thigh. Right hand can go to the earth. Left arm can reach up to the sky, or left arm can reach overhead. Wherever you're at is just fine. And again, left knee can come on down. I'm gonna pause here for a moment as you breathe. Good. Now left hand will come down to the earth. You're gonna pivot up on the balls of your left foot. So you're in that lunge. So again, back knee can be up or down. Right foot steps back into your plank. You can go right into child's pose, or you can follow me where we go all the way down or hover. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose for a couple breaths before we take that on the other side. So decide where you need to be for a couple breaths. Reminding yourself that life on our mat, life out in the world is a balance between holding on and letting go. So where can you hold on to something, or where can you let it go right now and be okay with that? Let's take this on the other side. So if you're in child's pose, find your downward dog, or even hands and knees if you know you want to keep that back knee on the earth. From here, left foot's going to step up into our warrior one. So bend your left knee, spin your right heel, let your right heel touch the earth. Rise your body up. So this is different than a lunge because our right toes are forward a little bit and our heel's touching the ground. So you might need a shorter stance, and that's fine. Good, just keep breathing. Now let's find our warrior two. So roll your right shoulder back, open your chest, arms go parallel to the earth. We want that left knee over our ankle so you can see all of your toes. If you cannot see your toes, you need to shift that knee back a little bit here. Good. Let's allow our right hand to touch our right thigh. Slide it down, left arm, reach it up, lean it back. Just keep breathing. Keep breathing. It's not about perfection, it's about the effort that we put into it. And now we're going to find our side angle. So either left elbow to our left thigh, or left hand to the ground, or left fingertips. Right arm can reach overhead, or right arm can really reach overhead and extend. Let me feel that long line of energy from our fingertips, down our arm, down to the side of our right side of our torso, down that right leg connecting to the earth. Let's come out of this. Right hand comes down to the ground, pivot up on the balls of your right foot, so lunge. Back knee can be up or down, you decide. Left foot steps back. You can go right into child's pose. Or you can go all the way down or hover. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And then from your downward dog, I'm going to invite you to find your child's pose. In your child's pose, I want you to notice if your knees and your feet are together or apart. You decide. There's no right or wrong. There's different variations, but decide what feels best today. Where are your arms? Wherever they want to be. But try to soften the shoulders. Soften the elbows, relax the wrist joints, seeing if you can soften your belly. Give yourself permission to let it hang out here for a little bit, whatever that means. Relax the hips and the knees and the ankles, and just noticing your breath. Your very own breath right here. It's something that you have control over at all times. We breathe faster, we breathe slower sometimes when we choose, or sometimes things happen and it's a natural reaction. From your child's pose, I'm going to ask you just to slowly scoot your body all the way out so you're laying on your belly. So from your child's pose, just kind of scoot your body all the way out. And we're going to pause here for a moment. So we're going to get into a cobra pose, but I'm going to give you a little bit more cues before we get there. So I want your legs to touch. Kind of glue your inner thighs together. Press the tops of the feet into the earth. Lift your kneecaps up away from the earth. Pull your belly in tight. Hands down from your shoulders, up from your chest. Press the tops of the feet to the earth again. And now just lift your torso up. Just enough so that the base of the rib cage is still touching the earth. See how that feels? A little bit different than if you go into it and you push into the hands and the belly softens. So pull your belly in, lift your kneecaps up, squeeze the inner thighs and press the tops of the feet to the earth. Oh, and unclench your teeth. And just breathe. Now very slowly, we're going to lower it down. Let one side of your face touch the mat. Release your arms down by your sides, palms up. Maybe you notice the cooler air on the ground. Maybe you notice your heart, internal drum, beating against the earth. So we're going to take that cobra pose once again. So slowly bring the neck and the head center. Face just hovering over the earth, hands down from your shoulders, up from your chest. Squeeze the inner thighs in. Press the tops of the feet to the earth. Lift the kneecaps up. Pull the belly button in tight. Let your torso rise up. A cobra pose does not have to be a huge back extension. If we engage the thighs and engage the core, we're still working our spine in a way that might even be safer for our body than if we pushed into our hands and lifted our chest up a lot more. Gently release the body down. Let the other side of your face touch the earth. Release your arms down by your sides, palms up. Maybe even close your eyes. And just breathe. When you're ready, very slowly, you can bring the neck and the head center. And then you're going to slowly just roll over to your back. Once you roll over to your back, let's find a full body stretch. Extend the legs, extend the arms overhead, extend the legs long, and then extend the arms overhead. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Maybe even gently reach the rib cage away from your hips. And just continue to breathe here. And then slowly just relax your body down. Let's bring our arms down by our sides. And you can just bring them kind of out to the sides, open the palms. We're going to bend our knees, set our feet on the earth. Readjust your back so your back is comfortable. So you might need to kind of lift your backside up a little bit, or even just kind of move your lower back around a little bit. We're going to take just a couple twists side to side. So let's walk our feet out wide so our pinky toes feel the sides of the mat. And then let's just drop the knees to one side you choose. Bring them up to the center. And then just drop them right to the other side. Good. So just breathe with this however it feels natural to breathe. Just slowly move those knees side to side. I'm going to encourage you, if you're comfortable with this, just to even close your eyes. Begin to unclench your teeth. To begin to relax the shoulders, soften the space between the shoulder blades. Slowing down your breathing, noticing your inhale as it comes into your body. Noticing your exhale as it leaves your body. Now, if you feel balanced between the left and right side of bringing those knees side to side, bring those knees back to center when you're ready for it. And then you're just going to slowly bring your knees into your chest. Hands can find your legs anywhere you want and just hug your knees in and move them around. So just a gentle massage of your lower back to the earth. Your knees can be together or apart. Knees can be close to your body, or maybe you push your knees away from your body. Good. Again, softening the shoulders, unclenching your teeth. If your tongue is kind of stuck to the roof of your mouth, see if you can soften your tongue in the bottom part of your mouth. And then let's gently bring our legs back to center. And we're going to set our feet on the ground. So we're going to get ready for Shavasana, our resting pose. So before we get there, a lot of times in Shavasana, people think they're relaxing, but their chin is reaching high to the sky. And then we're trying to relax in a position like that. So I want you to take your hands and bring them to the back of your neck and lift up the neck and the head and kind of slide your hands up the back of the neck and reset your head onto the earth. So your chin is taking a little tuck down towards the throat. Gently bring those arms down by the sides, opening the palms. And then you can keep the legs as they are, or you can extend them one at a time. And once you lengthen the legs out, you might need to readjust the neck and the upper body a little bit so your hair's not being pulled or you're not uncomfortable. And all I'm going to ask you to do for a few moments is just close your eyes, lay here, relax, and breathe. There's nothing that you need to do right now. except to lay here, to intentionally slow down, giving your body permission to rest. Just noticing your inhales and noticing your exhales for what they are. Acknowledge them. When that inhale comes into your body, you might even just say inhale in your mind. When your exhale leaves your body, your mind, you might just say exhale. Allow your body to soften physically, mentally, and just be here for a few more moments, just right here. Allowing your body to relax down a little bit more if you can. And just taking a moment to notice if you can relax the right shoulder as much as the left shoulder, and the right arm as much as the left arm, without forcing anything. Relaxing the front side of the body and the back side, the right leg and the left leg. Trying to balance our body as we relax without forcing anything. Finding balance on our mat, off our mat, with work, with family, with what we put into our body, whether that's food or what we watch on television or read. It's all about balance. And balance isn't always about fitting everything in. It's starting with what's important and just letting the rest fall as it will. I'm going to slowly bring our practice today to a close. So if you want to stay in Shavasana longer, you just ignore me and you stay in Shavasana as long as you like. Otherwise, if you're ready to come to a close with me, just begin to bring some physical awareness to your fingers and toes. Maybe just move them around a little bit. And then when you're ready, slowly bend your knees. Set your feet on the ground, or just kind of really take any other stretch here that your body needs. Slowly roll over to one side. Gently using your arms, help push yourself up into just a comfortable seated position, any position that is easy for you to get to. And we're going to just bring our hands, let them rest on our lap, or maybe you bring your hands to your heart, eyes open or closed, but just take another moment here just to breathe, just noticing that inhale, acknowledging that inhale. Noticing that exhale, acknowledging that exhale, and just let anything go with that exhale that you don't want to bring with you into the rest of your day. I'm going to end our class today by saying thank you and namaste.